Hello. Look who's here. I think I say this every year, but this is absolutely my favourite one ever. I love it so much. I'm so pleased that I put it up this early and got it done. It took like 4 days. It took 4 days to finish it because a lot of the bits were handmade and there were other things to do. I needed to have the tree early this year. Don't know why, just did. Do you like it? I thought I'd do my little housekeeping chat that I always have with you at the beginning of these videos in front of the tree because I can. I don't want to miss a moment with this tree. So today is the last day that you can sign up for my email advent calendar. So I'll leave a link below for that. So do sign up. I've written the emails in order. They're in almost like a structure, just to help you as much as possible and just to make the whole of December just more fun, and just to give that sense of being on top of stuff. I'm not on top of stuff at all. So I'm going to be taking my own advice with these emails. So the next week is looking pretty bonkers. So I think that this vlog will be slightly different next week as we are preparing down at the deli and in the town of Petworth itself for the amazing Christmas cracker event. I'll be there on the terrace all day long with my colleagues and wonderful team at the deli, selling mulled wine, mulled cider, my Petworth crumble pots. They always seem to go down really well. But it would be lovely to see you if you're in or around Petworth next Saturday, just the one day. Alongside the advent calendar emails that will be going out, I'm launching a festive bundle, which I'm excited about and nervous about in sort of equal measure. But I wanted to put all of my decor, Christmas decor tips in one place. So I've created an English country Christmas sort of cosy decor guide. But I didn't feel that that was enough, so I've paired it with my cosy soup course. I will tell you a bit more about that next week, but I just wanted to flag it now. I'm excited about it. I hope you love it. I've really enjoyed putting it together. I've been doing Christmas for like 30 years, since I was in my sort of late teens, early 20s. And I have got so many pictures, guides, how-tos. I mean, it's nonsense. I've been blogging for like 16, 17 years. So I've got so much material and I've really enjoyed pulling all of it together, updating it and putting it into this cosy Christmas decor guide. So much cosy, so much Christmas. So I will tell you more about that, but I just wanted to flag it because it is a purchase. But this is so specific. So this is just about decor. And then the soup course is just about soup. So it's a bit more sort of specific to certain people. It's not as general as the emails, which I hope will be useful for everyone. Let's go on a tour of the tree.
Tell her you insist upon them marrying.
I'm afraid not. Got to get home to my girl Ava.
Oh, I didn't know that you were
Well, she's a very lucky woman.
Evermore to call your name.
Starting from the top, we don't have a star or a fairy this year, but a gorgeous tartan bow. Working our way down to my paper chains. I love them. The colourway on these paper chains is just perfect for the rest of the tree, really, because I've also got these velvet bows. So a few weeks ago, when I showed you all the ribbons that I bought from Soster and Gren, this was some of it. So it's that sort of blue-red raspberry ribbon. Now I did some bows. I hand-tied them myself in front of the TV one night. I've got this thickness and I've got another thickness which is thicker. So I started with the narrow ribbon at the top and then I worked down and put the thicker ribbon at the bottom of the tree. Of course, I've got my dried oranges, got some there. I think you can tell they're the air fryer ones. And then I've got some here. I've also got some little baubles. Now I'm going to add more baubles. They're in this sort of goldy colour, which goes really well with the rest of the tree. I've also got some vintage style Christmas trees and some more ribbon, but in another pattern. Yep, so I made some more bows out of this fabric here. I picked up a bag of fabric from Mark's Nailing in Petworth. They were selling bundles of fabric for like £10. So I grabbed a green bundle and this was part of it. And that's what I made those ribbons from. There's definitely more handmade bits and bobs on this tree than I've had for a long time, actually. Just the ribbon and the oranges and the bows. The whole theme of this tree is a certain kind of English country shabbiness. If someone were to ask me what my decorating aesthetic was, then it would be modern English country living. It has been for years, and that's definitely how I describe my style. I knew that I wanted to work and decorate and create within that style, so I bought the copyright to modern English country living about 12 years ago. And it's really only now that I'm really focusing on that style and creating content within it. And it's great fun. So I've added to my garlands in the kitchen, I've added some paper chains. Obsessed by these paper chains, as you can see. And up here with the copper, I've added some to that one too. I just love them so much. I had 2 packets. One that I bought in Oxfordshire, well in Oxford, just a few weeks ago. And then the other one, I got another packet from Tallulah Fox, which is in Petworth, just recently. They made so many paper chains that I had these left over, so I knew where they'd go. So that's the tree with paper chains and the garlands with paper chains. And I'm starving, I've had no breakfast, so now I'm eating. It's early in the morning again. I've got the dog with me. I've got cups of tea and I'm sat here editing this video. I shouldn't be filming at all as there's not much light. There's not enough light at all. But I realised how much footage I have and there's enough for 2 videos. So I think because there's so much going on in December, I'll try and upload another one in the middle of the week. So I think that will be Thursday. So Thursday and Sunday in December. I'm going to give it a go. I can't do Vlogmas because I would go insane. Cannot do this every day. Just because there's not enough time, not because I wouldn't want to. But yeah, so I'll try and do that, I think. See you Thursday. Friday morning. It's been a really busy week and I've been back and forth to the deli and to the house and to the school and blah, blah, blah. But I'm trying to finish off the deli as much as I can before this weekend, so before the start of December. Because next weekend I'm going to be preparing a lot of the food for the Petworth Christmas cracker event, which is on Saturday the 7th. So come with me down to the deli now and let's see how far I've got. Not very far. I know, I can't resist it. Oh, it's gonna look so pretty. Hi, how are you? It's been so long. Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay, so I'm going to try and attempt something I've not attempted before here decorating the deli. So we've got our big table there and I want to, can't really see it, let me turn around. So we've got our big table there and I want to put a garland on the ceiling, sort of hanging down over the table. So let's try that. Okay, so I can't get hooks into the ceiling, so I'm going to have to put it somewhere else. I might hang it from the beam with some sticky hooks. So let's try that. So I've got my greenery there and I've put some hooks up along the beam there. So I'm hoping they will stick. So I'm decorating things like the picture frames, like Queenie behind me, and then the picture of the gold cup with the horse, with green foliage and this gorgeous sort of scarlet red satin ribbon, and it's quite thick, so it's very, very Christmassy. I love it. But it's all looking really festive. We've got our tree up outside and all of the decorations in the windows. It's fun. Hi, Katie. Hello. Katie, what are you doing?
I am decorating our lovely olive tree outside our deli. Hi Cherry, what are you doing?
I'm doing this tree. We're doing all the trees, aren't we, Katie?
We are.
All the trees in the world.
Yeah.
Katie, what do you think?
I think it's 10 out of 10. Beautiful.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, we just need to water it now.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Putting up these lights.
was out in the entrance hall by the book Nook area. So I had a gorgeous coffee table. It was dark, dark brown. I don't know whether it was mahogany or not. And a couple of Christmases ago, my son came home from school and he tripped over something. I don't know whether it was the leg of this coffee table or something else, but he tripped over something and landed on top of the coffee table, and the whole thing just, it didn't break in half across the top, but the top became separated from the legs, and it was extremely heavy. I mean, he was really shocked by, poor boy, it was just awful. I just felt terrible for him. He felt bad because everything on top of the coffee table just smashed. I felt bad because he felt bad and was really shocked. He was completely unheard. So it was all just awful. But I put the top of the coffee table back on top of the legs. But it was always quite dodgy. So it was always a little bit of, oh God, that's wobbly. And if that lands on somebody's foot, then it's going to hurt. So eventually I got rid of that coffee table. I think it took so long because I really, really liked it. I was being quite mercenary about it, and I didn't want to get rid of it, but it was not going to stick. Tried to stick it 1,000,001 times. It was not going to happen. But so it's been gone for a while now, and I've had a little coffee table in here which didn't suit and blah, blah, blah. But I needed something more for Christmas. So at Christmas time, sort of maybe Christmas Day evening, if, you know, we're just really full in front of the television and we want mince pies or cheese and fruit or something like that, then we needed something bigger and a bit more substantial than this tiny little coffee table, which is actually at the end of my bed now. So I dragged this hamper in here, but I want to Christmassify it. At the moment, it's just got some coffee table books on there, but I want to put some fabric over it, you know, not a cloth as such, but I've got a tartan runner and then another accented piece of fabric that I'll show you. So I'm just going to dress this up a little bit. I wanted to put some mince pies on there. My son is out playing football at the moment and he just scored for the team, and so I think that brings the score to like 1-0, and he loves mince pies, so I wanted to put some mince pies on here, but I don't have any. But I will put some mince pies on there a bit later. This Ralph is so heavy. For the mince pies later. So what I might do is add some more greenery to this hamper. I'm not sure just yet, but I like the colours and I like the fact that I've got some light with the candle and some little Christmas decorations, and obviously some mince pies, room for mince pies. But let me show you something that I picked up in Petworth just the other day. This is from Marks and Ailing. They're on the high street in Petworth. Let me just double check. Yes, they're on the high street, and they're the most beautiful interior shops. So I got this. I saw it and I said, I think there were 2 left, and I said, I've got to buy at least one of them and I'll try and pop back for the other. But look at that. It's a gift, obviously, but it's also a bauble, and it's just fabulous. I love it to bits. I will fiddle with this hamper 1,000,000 times before Christmas. I'll probably move these. I might get some glasses on here so we can always have a little drink. But I'm just setting the scene right now. Move these around a little bit. I think I need a Christmas train or something. I've got A Christmas Carol and The Night Before Christmas, So I used to read this to my children every Christmas Eve before they would go to bed and not sleep. And then, of course, A Christmas Carol. I've got other Christmas books that I haven't got out yet that I kind of like to have around the place just to add to the Christmas vibe. So it's coming on. Again, I'm showing you the process. And if I come back next week and this is different, then you'll know why. I thought I'd catch you up on what's happening with the book club. We had a lovely response to the first episode of the book club where we sort of reviewed or chatted about Richard Osman's Thursday Murder Club. I'm realising that as December is about to hit, there's just too much on. And I don't think that I will be able to sit down and read a book in the way that I'd really want to for it to feature on an episode of the book club. But what I'd really like to do is review some books that I already have here, whether they're lifestyle, gifty books, recipe books, that are just appropriate for this time of year. So any really amazing cookbooks that have helped me through Christmas, or any wonderful sort of lifestyle books that I've given as gifts before, that I have here already, that I know really well, and that I can recommend to you guys just as something that I love, that has been useful, and that you might really enjoy. But what I do want to do is to give you the two books that we'll do in our January and February. And if I give you those ahead of time, so now you can maybe put them on a Christmas list, or you might have them, and it will give you time to read them ahead of when we sort of speak about them in those months of January and February. So those two books are Wintering by Catherine May. That will be the first one in January. I first read that book last January, and as someone who really, really loves Christmas, like to a ridiculous extent, I just found, or I do find, that when January hits, I have a bit of a slump. And not every year, but some years. Certainly when things are a bit stressful or I've got other things going on, I find that the end of Christmas and all the lovely festivities, I just feel a bit flat. So I read Wintering last year and it was just wonderful. I really lent into the months of January, February and March and just used them in the way that I think they should be used. And this book was a great tool for helping me do that. And in actual fact, I just lent into the coziness of it all, instead of just the fact that Christmas was over. So that's Wintering by Catherine May. And then the second book for February is Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver. I've not read this at all. I don't even know what it's about, but I've heard so many people talking about it. So I hope it's appropriate for this book club. I don't know why it wouldn't be. I haven't set any rules for it. But it's Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver, and we'll do that in February. It's had, from what I can tell, like 119,000 reviews on Amazon. So I think it's pretty popular. I'll leave the links to those two books below, and I'll leave them in the episodes of the book club, because I'll be recording those, that I'll do in December. And I've got books that I want to cover in December, like Delia Smith's Christmas book and Nigel Slater's The Kitchen Diaries, that are just so wonderful and so perfect for this time of year. And some other lifestyle-y books that I'd like to show you. So I'll upload those episodes weekly in December, but they won't be sort of official book club posts, if you know what I mean. I hope that explains it. Thank you so much for watching again this week. I've thoroughly enjoyed this one. I like showing you the process, so I'm so pleased that you don't mind. And I do look forward to next week with you because Petworth is going to go bonkers, but in a really good way. I've got hundreds of crumble pots to make before then, so I'll be in the kitchen down at the deli and the bakery, and I'll bring you along with me. I'm not doing it on my own. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you so much again for watching. Welcome to December in the English countryside.